We all start out with dreams and goals, and so often when something traumatic happens to us, it can feel like we're being ripped from our lives and from our purpose and our path. In this video, I would like to discuss how trauma can be switched around to actually be the key to lasting happiness and success. We'll discuss what the Buddha felt about sorrow and pain and suffering, and we'll talk about how trauma itself is the reason you and I were brought together today. My name is Aurora. This is Abundant Minds, and after 36 years of traumatic situation after traumatic situation, I have finally learned how to harness the power of this pain and use it to shred through the obstacles standing in the way of my dreams. And we will discuss how you can do that too. So let's get into it. I don't know your specific situation and your experiences with pain and trauma, the chances are I can relate to them. I have survived abuse and neglect. I have survived SA, other forms of abuse, addiction, and I now grieve the loss of nearly half of my family. Why am I telling you this? Why am I dumping my emotional purse out in front of you? Because this is what I want to teach to you today, how you can take that pain and not only survive it, but thrive from it by rewriting the narrative. What is trauma? It can mean different things to different people. Most people assume that things like SA and other forms of abuse, neglect, pain, disease, grief, and loss are traumatic situations. But it might be interesting for you to know that there is no set list or group of experiences that is traumatic for everyone. Two people can have the same experience and maybe only one feels traumatized by it. That is because trauma is defined not by what happened, but by how it affected you. What that means is that your trauma is always valid. I want to say that again so you really hear it. No matter what happened, if you feel traumatized, that is a traumatic experience and it is 100% valid. My grandmother was something of a spiritual leader in our community, and she always told me what she believed was that before we were born, our spirits and our souls chose this specific life. We chose our parents and our environment and our exact traumatic experiences. We chose this path. She taught me that it is not a side effect of life, these horrendous things that may happen to us, but actually the point of life entirely. That we are made to grow and change through these experiences, and that they themselves are the point of our existence here. The Buddha actually mirrors what my grandma taught or rather she mirrors what the Buddha taught unknowingly. She did not follow the Buddha's teachings specifically, but when I learned about Buddha, I learned that he teaches that pain and suffering and trauma are the only ways to enlightenment. What I took that to mean is that it is only by understanding sorrow that we can truly appreciate joy. It is only by knowing pain and upheaval that we can appreciate peace and happiness and stability. We so often think that trauma is this evil and unwanted guest because it hurts so very bad. But by rewriting the narrative about what trauma is in our life, by looking at it as a painful yet necessary shaping of our character and ourself, our passions and purposes can only develop that much more. Be gentle with yourself in the way that trauma has shaped you. Trust your higher power or the universe or whatever you believe in, and let yourself grow in a way that feels natural and in the directions that your soul calls for. It can, at the very least, provide you a bit of comfort in finding a reason and a purpose, finding something good to come out of something so painful. That's all for today, guys. Thank you so much. And if no one has told you yet today, you are beautiful and you are exactly where you need to be at any given moment. Have a wonderful day.